Good evening. My name is Dr. Matt Dalton, and I'm the proud principal of South Hills High School. Thank you for joining us tonight for the virtual summer parent meeting as we attempt to answer any questions that you may have. We acknowledge that these are unprecedented times, and with unprecedented times comes confusion and questions. We've been working all summer to try to answer your questions, and tonight will be an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about what the start of school will look like. We've enabled the chat feature on the right-hand side of tonight's presentation. So if I do not answer a question that you may have, please feel free to type in a question, and we have live moderators that will be answering questions in real time. First and foremost, in order for you to get your child started, we need you to complete the online registration. You should have received an email all call from me last week telling you that Aries Parent Portal is now open. You do not need to bring anything into school as we are not doing an in-person registration. Everything will be 100% online. Please make sure that you update your phone numbers, update your email addresses, and we even encourage you to put your child's cell phone number into Aries so that we have multiple ways of contacting you this year. We've spent all summer preparing for a transition to online learning. Our teachers are learning new methods, best practices, and are being trained in a new learning management system. We want to assure you that even though we are going fully online, your child's classes will be rigorous. They will be held accountable for attendance, participation, and they will need to work hard in order to earn that grade. We also assure you that their 4-year plan will not be altered. We are going into a 6-period day that will adjust the way in which your child learns throughout the day. Please plan on your child being in class starting at 8 o'clock during first period and going all the way up through 6th period, ending around 12:30. We'll be very specific with bell schedules, daily schedules, teacher classes, and expectations in future information for you to know. We want you to also know that we believe South Hills is still the best school in the Valley. We offer the most rigorous courses. We prepare children for their future. We still provide opportunities for children to succeed as they graduate and prepare for a future outside of South Hills. This year will be no exception. We also are hopeful that at some point we're able to transition back to South Hills in person. When we do that, we will be excited and ready to transition to an in-person hybrid schedule that will allow children to be on campus, but still remain safe and still learn in a rate in which they will graduate in the 4 years that they're expected to do so. We look forward to the rest of this presentation and answering any specific questions that you might have. And this year's theme is, we will be there for you. So please hold us accountable to that. If you need us, please email us, email teachers, call the school. We will answer any questions that we can, and we will get through this together. Thank you.
Once again, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. We appreciate you making the effort to come and find out a little bit more about what the start of school will look like. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and you will get the opportunity tonight to hear some of the changes and what we've done in order to make sure that there's a seamless start to the new school year. We've spent this summer updating class schedules, fixing facilities, and providing professional development for our teachers in anticipation of the first day of school. The first day of school will be different than what we've done in the past, and this is our opportunity to explain what that looks like. I do have to say I'm very proud of my team, Mr. Ryan Maddox, Dr. Daisy Carrasco, Ms. Ida Rampershed, and Mr. Matt LeDuc, who have worked tirelessly this summer to make sure that the start of school was ready for your child. So what to do? Let's start off first with what you need to start with. You need to log into Aries Parent Portal. If you are a returning parent, you've already enrolled in this. This shouldn't be a problem. If you are new to our school district, when you enrolled your child, you received an email with step-by-step directions for how to create your parent portal. Once you're in, please go in and complete all required sections. They are going to ask you to either approve or deny each document. When you come to the end, you will have a data confirmation page. When you have finished, this will allow you to view classes on your parent portal. Once again, your child's classes will not be visible until you have completed this step. Once you have completed this step and you get a chance to view the class schedule, there's a couple things I want you to be aware of. The district has shifted from a 7-period day to a 6-period day to accommodate the online instruction. If you are a parent of a 10th grader, we will not be having them take PE for the 2021 school year in order for them to stay on a 4-year plan. We will not be offering welding while we are in distance learning. And if your child was hoping to become a TA this year, they will not be able to. Teacher, office, and librarian aides will not be available. We do have a couple classes that are offered outside of the 6 periods, but those are only sports, dance, and or marching band. Oftentimes, after looking at a schedule, you might have questions or your child might ask you to change or to call the school. Here are some guidelines for what we expect with children's schedules. Yes, you should call in if there is something missing that's obvious. You should also call in if you notice that there's some kind of a wrong class. For example, your child took Math 1 last year and passed it, and it shows that they're taking Math 1 again. If there's some kind of a gap or a missing period, you're missing second period, please call in and let us know so we can fix that. There are mistakes that are made oftentimes by the scheduling machine. If you get the same class twice, that would be in another example. Or if you have already completed the class during the summer and it doesn't show that, please make sure that we know so that we can accommodate the changes. We will not change the schedules if your child wants a different teacher, if they want to change a class to another period, if they know that they're friends in another class and they want to join them, if they say this class is just too hard, or if they want it in a different part of the day. Those are things that we do not accommodate. Now, if you realize there is a problem with your child's class, on our website on the left-hand side, click on the South Hills Schedule Changes form and make sure that your child fills out this form. It is available for you and it's live right now on the website. I'm sure many of you are wondering, what does the school day look like? We don't have a finalized bell schedule, but what we do know is we are offering a 6-period day. School will start at 8 a.m. That's right, we are changing first period to 8 o'clock. I'm sure your children will love that as it gives them a few more minutes to get prepared for first period. 6th period will end at approximately 12:30, which means please plan on making sure your children are available for class from 8 to 12:30 every day. Classes will last approximately 40 minutes, and they'll get a 5-minute break in between each class. Even though it is online, students will have to earn their grades. This is not an emergency protocol like we did during the spring of 2020. Because it is a start to a new school year, grades will be determined based off of participation, work completion, and of course, quizzes and tests. That means that your children need to be in class every day. They need to log in at the right time, they need to be present, they need to be active, and they need to be engaged in the teacher's lessons. We are asking that all students remain visible on camera unless there's some underlying exception. And if that is the case, please make sure you reach out to your teacher or have your child do that so that they understand the circumstances. Now, because this is a virtual world, there are some expectations that we want to make sure that we share with you. Please do your best to find an area in the home that is as quiet as possible. We do know sometimes this is challenging, but we want to give your child the best opportunity to be successful. Please make sure that they attend every day. Please make sure they are engaged in all of the lessons. They need to do all of the work that they're assigned. If your child is sick and cannot attend a class, as normal, please make sure that you clear all absences. We ask that you do your absolute best to communicate with teachers, and that means both you as a parent and your children should make sure that they're communicating with teachers about any and everything. We do still have a student handbook. It is still required that your children follow the protocols and discipline expectations that are listed clearly in the handbook. Because we are in a virtual world and kids cannot just walk up to the counseling office, we still want your children to communicate with their counselors. This is especially important if your child is a junior or senior and finalizing classes in order to attend some kind of a 4-year university, community college, or making sure that graduation is in order. And like always, please ask for help. Whether it's you as a parent or your child, we are here every day. We have phones, we have emails. Please reach out if there's any questions at any time. Sports and activities. This is a tricky one. These are our athletic directors, Mr. Darren Murphy and Mr. Danilo Robinson. I'll leave this slide open for a few minutes if you want to write down their email addresses. If you have any questions, you can reach out to them. At this time, CIF, which is the governing body for our sports in California, has pushed all competition and sports back to December. Normally, we have a 3-season year, fall, winter, and spring. This year, as a result of the pandemic, we have moved our sports, according to CIF and all other schools in California in the southern section, to December. There will be 2 seasons this year. There will be more information as we get closer to those seasons, but we wanted to make sure that you knew that we are still working behind the scenes to make sure kids are involved in activities, that kids are involved in sports, that coaches are still reaching out to players, and that we are preparing for the opportunity to play if indeed we are let. Textbooks. What do we do about textbooks? Well, normally we'd pass them out in class, but that's not going to be the case this year. So in order for your kids to be prepared and ready to go, we are going to provide specific days for your children to come in. Now, even though school starts on August 17th, we are going to pass out textbooks after the start of school. That gives us the opportunity for teachers to get familiar with your students, to build some camaraderie, some team building, to get to know them before we start in on any kind of textbook expectation. So if you are a parent of a 9th grader, please know that we will be passing out all textbooks Wednesday, August 19th from 1 to 5 p.m. Because we are adhering to social distancing protocols, please note that if your child's name ends last name in an A through D, we want them to come at 1 o'clock. E through K at 2 o'clock, L through O, 3 o'clock, and P through Z, 4 o'clock. Each session is an hour long. There will be more information to follow, but we have set up a very easy protocol where you will drive through part of our campus. We will help accommodate a no-touch system where we will get the books for you. We will put them in your car and you won't have to get out of the car at all. The same thing will go for 10th graders. Notice the alpha breakdown. 10th grade will be on Thursday, August 20th from 1 to 5. 11th grade will be the following Monday, August 24th from 1 to 5 with the same alpha breakdown. And 12th graders, our seniors, will get their books on Tuesday, August 25th from 1 to 5. If you cannot make your assigned time or day, we will have a makeup for anyone that can't make it with more information to follow. A big part of our school and our district is our one-to-one technology. We're very prepared to be online as a result of every student in the entire district having their own laptop. Now, if you are a new student to our school, you have not yet received your laptop. You will receive information, and someone will call you in your home or email you with information about what time, date, and location for you to come pick up your laptop. If you are a Covina Valley Unified School District student, you still have your laptop. If you are a Sierra Vista 8th grader and you are transitioning to us, you will be bringing that same laptop with you to our school. If you have any technology trouble, we have an incredible librarian, Miss Margaret Sterrett, who's able to answer a lot of general questions. She has her own line that takes both calls and texts. Notice it below. It is 626-671-3149, or if you prefer email, you can email her at msterrett@c-vusd.org. She is incredible and can help with almost anything technology. If she can't, she will get you the answer. Once again, if you are new, we will contact you for your pickup times. Once you do get your laptop, and for all returning students, an essential component of being prepared for the first day of school is that you must log in and update your laptops. If you have not turned them on all summer, now is the time. Please make sure that you log in. The computers must connect to our network in order for them to be prepared and updated. So please make sure your children turn on their laptops and make sure that they are fully functional. If they are not, if there is a broken laptop, something is not working right, please once again make sure that they contact Mrs. Sterrett for next steps. Many of you at our school bring your own device. We call it the BYOD. If you are new to our school and you are deciding to bring your own device, it must be brought onto campus in order for us to connect it to our network. Please make sure that you reach out to Ms. Sterrett if you are new to the bring your own device, and she will give you specific directions on what your next steps will be so that your own device is connected and ready to go for the first day of school. If you are a parent of a 9th or 10th grader, you will all must make sure that they're prepared, logged in, and join our College Board accounts. That's right, all 9th and 10th grade students will be taking pre-AP, that's pre-advanced placement English classes this year. Your child, if enrolled in chemistry, will also be in a pre-AP chemistry class. And then any students that advance to our normal advanced placement or AP classes must also have their own accounts on College Board. We will make sure to reach out to you as we get a little bit closer with what that looks like. A big part of school is attendance. We've talked already a little bit about it, but in order for your child to be successful at school, they need to log in every day. Now, the expectations are exactly the same. If you are unable to be in class, please, let's advocate for your children to reach out to their teachers. The nice advantage of being online is all assignments are posted within the Google Classrooms of each of your children's teachers, and so they can access what was missed during that day. Please take it one step farther and have your children actually contact their teachers to let them know that they are going to miss or that they did miss and that they will be making up any work. We do want you as well, step number 2, to contact our attendance office. Our line is listed there. It is 626-974-6200. If someone does not answer, it is perfectly fine to leave a message, but please make sure that you include your children's name, and we will help you clear that absence. During this online virtual world, we want to make sure that both you and your children have all the support that you can possibly get. What does that look like? Well, once again, we are blessed to have an incredible counseling team. Our 4 counselors, Miss Alexander, Miss Mealy, Mr. Heflin, and Miss Hanson, are below. And you can see if you are new to our school that each of the counselors have their own caseload. A through E for Miss Alexander, F through last name L-I with Miss Mealy. Mr. Heflin picks up at L-O through R-I, and our head counselor, Miss Shauna Hanson, has R-O through Z. We've listed their emails, and they are also available online, but we encourage you to reach out during the school year. Also, we want your children to reach out and get to know their counselors, especially if they are new to our school or freshmen. Now, what do the counselors do and what are some things that they are available to support? The 3 big ones. They are academic counselors, so they really work very closely with your children on scheduling. They help with anything related to grades. If your child is not sure what's happening or has questions and can't get a hold of a teacher and still needs extra support, grades is a big one. Please have them reach out. Now, if your children are struggling, our counselors will be in contact with you, but we want you, once again, to be in contact with us. Please ask for help. If your child needs some kind of extra help or intervention, they will definitely assist in what that might look like. And one of our big deals here at South Hills is our 100% graduation percentage. We want to make sure your children are set up on a 4-year plan and that they are receiving their graduation requirements. Obviously, high school is to prepare your children for their future, and their future should include either college or career. They are very good at providing application process workshops, showing how to sign up for financial aid, and even assisting in the entire college application process. That will not change. Our counselors are incredibly trained in social emotional awareness. They are able to identify crisis intervention and counseling. They help with community referrals, and they also provide wellness support for our students. In a normal year where kids are in classes on campus, this is a much easier process. We require all of our students to understand what it means to be aware of social emotional intelligences, and we want them to have the same kind of opportunity, but online. Please make sure that if there are any crisis interventions or any concerns, reach out to your child's counselor so they can assist in this process. Return to school. We certainly wish you were here. It's not the same without all of your kids on our campus. The campuses were built for kids, and so in this capacity, we sure wish you were here. Our intent is to get back to campus. I wanted to make sure that you understood what that looked like. As of now, the Los Angeles County Public Health Department sets guidelines that allows us either to return in person or to stay in online instruction. Currently, the entire county of Los Angeles is on the watch list. In order for us to have an opportunity to return to school, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health has to release us from the health list, which is set by the governor's office, and we have to stay off the watch list for 14 days. If the county is able to flatten the curve, remove itself from the watch list, and stay off the watch list for 14 days, we will be given the opportunity to return to school. Now, the return to school will be gradual. Most likely, a return to school would start with some kind of a modified hybrid schedule. When we get closer to that point, and we do anticipate getting to that point, we will be in contact with all of you in terms of what the new protocols to return to actual school campus will look like. We do want you to know that in the meantime, we have some social media outlets in order for you to follow information. The two that we use are both Twitter and Instagram. If you'd like to follow me, Dr. Dalton, my Twitter handle is @SHHS.Dalton. I do encourage you absolutely to follow our South Hills Counseling and ASB, as they are a huge source of information. If you want to follow on Instagram, or that's your cup of tea, South Hills ASB and Counseling also has accounts in that capacity. Once again, if you did not get a chance to ask a question, or you feel at this time that we didn't answer a question you still might have, we will leave this section open. The chat bar is still available. If you want to type in a question, we will do our absolute best to answer. And if we don't have an answer for you at this time, we will get one. Please keep in mind, we really appreciate your patience and understanding during these challenging times. We too are going through a lot of the same kind of questioning and wondering what will happen next, processes that both you and your family go through. And as we find out information, we will do our best to keep you informed. We hope at this point that you will continue to follow our school on our e-bulletin. All parents who have put in valid email addresses in registration and an online confirmation will receive our e-bulletin. Please keep that active, and please make sure that it is not in your junk folder, as a lot of pertinent information comes through that avenue. Also, if you haven't had a chance to join our PTSA, we really encourage you to do so. There is an application letter, a link, and a barcode for you to log on our website. Please take a moment to do so. Our PTSA, even virtual at this moment, is a huge support to our school and provides opportunities for both our students and our faculty to thrive. Keep in mind that if you are a senior or a senior parent and you are hopeful to get a PTSA scholarship, you have to be a member. Once again, we cannot wait to see you all. We look forward to the start of school. We are here to support you. And in fact, that is our theme this year. We will be here for you. So please make sure that you take us up on that. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night.